Let us spend another night in the woods in the library. This time. I read all this last time, so I won't read it again. Blah blah blah. No jumping again. Hey! Closing in 2 hours. Okay, cool. Any idea where the microfiche is? Microfiche. I pronounced it right when it was... Yeah, she said it wrong, whoops. Microfiche. 3rd floor. Okay, thanks. Up, up, up. Slow night? Yep. Spooky here. All alone? I'd be spooked. Larry's wandering around here somewhere. Didn't seem to care that he is smoking in the library. Not a very attentive receptionist. Is this the 3rd floor? Or did we just go up 1 or something? It looks like computers. Okay. Looks like someone left something open on this one. It's a resume. Bob Targ. Born 1967. 50 years old. Let's see. Experience: mining, construction, well drilling. I never think about getting a job when I'm old. 50's not really old. I mean, you should have money then, right? Ideally. It should be like guaranteed. Should be guaranteed in general. You gonna join my young socialist chatterbox group? Yep. Holy crap. What? It's Charity Berity. What's Charity Berity? How do you not know Charity Berity? I assume this is something from school? The school of being 5 freaking years old? Alright. So this was the thing you liked as a kid? No, I hated Charity Berity. It does look really hateable. It was like... You were kidnapped by a cult, and when they were like brainwashing you, instead of some cult guy with a wavy dagger and a magic mask, that's not... Okay, yeah, go on. Instead of that, it was this effing pink nightmare. You were scared of it? No, I was bored to death. It was talking forever about like being kind to others. And like, I don't know, helping an old neighbour do engine repair. That sounds nice. Charity Berity helps old Mr. Plonko fix his hovercraft. Oh no, that's the worst part. It always rhymed. Charity Berity, pink nightmarity. Charity Berity, I just don't care-ity. Jeez, they sure made a lot of these books. I think they're still making them. This one looks pretty old. Charity Berity, Jane Danger Everywhere-ity. That's vague and disconcerting. Could have just kept updating that one book. Oh man. Danger Everywhere-ity. Oh lord, no wonder she hated it. I'm pretty sure yeah, Granddad threatened to read it at one point in the prequel. Yeah, let's go up. Oh. Sniff, sniff. Oh wow, it's dusty up here. It's old up here. Sure is. Maybe your ghost is up here? Yep, ghost. Or something. Whatever he was, he walked through a chain link fence, or flew over it, or something, while carrying something. Oh right, well that's even more impressive. So we're gonna go find this guy, because he took someone, and he's like somehow connected to this thing I've been going through, and that's not good. That all sounded a lot more badass in my head. It's okay, it was fine. glowy screen. Alright, there she is. Cool. So, I have no idea how to use it. Really? I can't know how to do everything. I'm sorry, but what expertise have you brought to this thus far? This whole thing was my idea. No, your idea was ghost hunting. My idea is to do at least a tiny bit of research on it. If you think it's so stupid, why are you here? Because you're my friend, you asshole. Yeah. Aww. We friends, Beatrice. Here, let me get this set up. We'll be here all night if your dumbass is in charge. Alright, so what are we looking for? I want to steer. No. Move! I'm steering! Oh boy. Ow! Jeez, May. I'm sorry. Okay. How do we do this? Step 1, look at the screen. Step 2, move around and look at stuff. Step 3, find ghost. Sure. This is interesting, but yeah, not exactly about a ghost. 2 cents, 1 cents. Should I read these things out? I might as well read them out to indicate that I'm reading it or something, I guess. For 2 cents, one can enter Stanley and spend quite a lovely time looking the Possum Springs of yesterday in the museum, enjoying some popcorn and fresh lemonade in the snack parlour decorated with Tiffany glass electric lights before heading up a full 10 feet to see the sights of our beloved town through the eyes of this grand possum. There is even a beautiful train diorama that will delight both young and old. We predict Stanley T. Possum will be a sight that all passing through our town will desire to behold and will be sure to draw many crowds. I guess I'm going to look through all this, so this might be quite a lot of reading. Fun episode! Samuel Coulson, is no ghost to be found here. The way you say ghost, it sounds like you don't believe me. Samuel Coulson has purchased 10 acres of land on the outskirts of Possum Springs. When we inquired as to what Mr. Coulson would use the land for, he would only remark that what was coming here would delight both young and old for years to come. We are very anxious to be delighted. Underground gases afflict many. The houses on Larch Street have been evacuated after the discovery of gas build-up in the basements we found to have led to hallucinations in scattered members of the households. Wow, okay, that's not good. For the past several weeks, residents have been complaining of family members who began hearing voices or seeing things that were not there. One older woman was found having an animated discussion with an empty chair. When pressed, she calmly explained that she was talking to her sister, who had passed away some 50 years ago. 2 nights ago, the son of Carson Zimmer ran out of the house and leapt into Cooper's Pond 1 mile up the road. Moments before this, the child had been ready for bed, and according to another sibling, became increasingly agitated. The last words he uttered were about some sort of song before he dashed out of the house and into the night where his watery grave awaited him. This last event persuaded residents to request help from officials to see if this is related to St. Leuven's lantern, a phenomenon where exposure to specific underground gases leads certain victims to experience waking dreams, auditory hallucinations, and the sense of unseen presences. Preliminary tests indicate the gas is present in the homes, and mining officials are moving the residents until more tests can be completed. This one? No ghost! But it could explain the, seeing it. Look at Ghost Little Joe. Yeah, well, hang on. It does have an end. Okay, so I guess this episode is like me practicing reading stuff out loud. That's going to be lots of fun. There's been another sighting of the albino groundhog from a very reliable source this time. Edgar Stuter reports that he saw the pure white beast sticking near Shade Gap. Mr. Stuter has declined to give any more of an exact location and implores his fellow hunters to admire this anomaly from afar and leave him to his business. We could not agree more with this upstanding citizen and remind townsfolk that if you are interested in seeing an albino creature, to stop by Sudi's barbershop for a peek at an albino raccoon. We're certain this will assist your mind in completing the search for the groundhog. No ghost here. Yep. Progress Springs in Possum Springs. Randolph Stafford, owner of the Bell's Hole Mineworks, has partnered with Samuel Coulson, him again, owner of Coulson Coke Works, Daniel Glick, railroad magnate, and prominent business owner Harrison Schreigeist, to to make some stunning improvements throughout the town. I don't really know German pronunciations. The four men desired to build a model of progressive living right here in Possum Springs. The old miners' double houses on Elm Street will be torn down and replaced with spacious single homes. A new elementary school will be opened nearby, along with a new state-of-the-art recreation centre courtesy of Arnold Applebaum. This is in addition to the improvements Randolph Stafford promised the previously striking miners. Rescue. I'm going to skip everything obviously ghosty, just so I can read it all. Yeah, for fun. I guess I recommend the fast forward button. The Standing T Possum statue, known by residents as Posse, is finally slated for demolition. Posse closed in 1967, but Richard Colson, son of Samuel, had hopes of refurbishing the statue for new generations. Posse stood silent for close to 60 years, witnessing the beginnings of the demise of the railroad, the mines, and the coke works that ushers in his existence. Teens and other vandals broke into Posse over the years, and climbing up through Posse became a rite of passage for many young people in the area. Residents have been torn over what to do with the beloved but derelict structure over the years, but 3 years ago, pressure began mounting to have it torn down. A storm knocked off Posse's ear, and the next year Ralph Jenkins fell from the staircase and broke both legs. Samantha Colson, Glick, daughter of Richard, finally agreed that it was time for Posse to go. The demolition will begin at 12 p.m. on Saturday, and viewing areas will be set up at a safe distance. Pie piracy. Dear citizens, please make note to keep your pies safe during the pleasant weather we are experiencing. Several ladies have reported pies from their kitchens disappearing at alarming rates. Even worse, the picky culprit is leaving behind only the rhubarb pies. Until this criminal is caught or the bad weather returns, we remind our housewives to make use of their pie safes indoors or stick to rhubarb. Yeah, May's probably going to say that every time, I guess. Strike. A strike at Stafford Mine has been called. The idea first arose after the memorial for the 1888 explosion victims. Miners gathered in the home of Arthur Borowski, to continue the memorial to their friends. They also began recounting all of the promises the bosses had reneged on this past year, including basic safety measures to avoid another explosion. A group of 20 miners entered the mines to begin the strike, and 30 more joined them before morning. All work has been stopped at the mine, and the miners are now striking in 8-hour shifts. Their wives and children have begun to bring food and water for the men. The bosses have stated that the mines are safer than they were a year ago, and that there is no need to act in this manner. May's not even going to notice that that's about her granddad? New old store in town centre. The old Pickaxe hardware store is set to have its grand opening this Saturday. We received a sneak peek of the store yesterday, and our town will benefit greatly from this new addition. Roy Birch is bringing 25 years of building experience into his new venture and has stocked the shelves with all the nuts, bolts and nails you would need for any project, plus the latest in tools. Stop by to see the latest trends in everything from hand saws to hammers. Best of luck to Mr. Birch. Oh. Possum Massacre. Severe violence broke out at the Stafford mine strike today. The bosses arrived to attempt to renew talks and were taunted by some of the children present. Rocks were thrown and the National Guard and strikebreakers opened fire on the crowd. Jesus. After a few minutes, the smoke cleared and the gory scene revealed. 9 miners are dead with a dozen more injured. A young brother and sister were also shot dead as they were delivering a package of food to their father and uncle, who was on strike below when the shooting broke out. The photograph of the 2 children, aged 7 and 9, who were shot in cold blood has circulated far outside of our little county. The heinous act led to a personal visit from the governor to the strike site to meet with strikers. Independent inspectors were also brought in, and talks finally began, 45 days since the start of the strike. The bosses have agreed to comply to the current safety standards and to honour the demands of the miners. Jeez. Okay. Strange but True, A Tale of Teeth. Strange but True is our ongoing series about the weird and forgotten aspects of Deep Hollow County history and culture, published weekly. Bad bosses figure heavily into Possum Springs history, and this morbid tale of crime and secret societies is no exception. The story goes, in 1870, a local mine boss was skimming workers on their pay. A group of miners confronted him while he was in the act. He denied everything with many a slur and punched the miners' leader, Darnell Glace, in the face, causing him to lose his last remaining tooth. The miners knew how much Darnie's tooth meant to him, and they descended on the boss. A few held the boss down, while others removed all of his teeth with pliers. The teeth were passed out to the miners, and a secret society was created. Oh my god, this is the tooth we found? And a secret society was created with a vow to protect the workers' interests. Membership was based on owning one of these teeth, and each was marked with a symbol of their choosing. These symbols were used around the coal patch to organize meetings and make announcements. The boss survived his attack, but never named his attackers for fear of implicating himself. When died a few years later, members dug up his grave to retrieve his skull. It was used in ceremonies performed before going out for retribution. All would gather around, place their teeth into the sockets, and later retrieve their tooth after the retribution was completed. Upon a member's death, their tooth would be passed to a new member. Teeth of members in jail would be left in their sockets until their fates were decided. After the strike of 1889, the society dwindled. Occasionally, a descendant of one of these men will find a tooth with strange markings in their home. Strange, but true. Oh wow, this is gnarly. And awesome. Ha 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 ha! Oh my god. Okay, Deep Hollow County mourns. The final group of bodies from the 1888 explosion have been recovered 2 days shy of the 1-year anniversary of the tragedy. That's always an annoying word to speak quickly for me. These 5 men bring the total of dead to 112. 2 of the men, Addison Pine and Henry Harvey, were the ones who set off the explosion. Although mine bosses had been informed that gas pockets were present in that section, they elected to not inform Pine and Harvey of the possible danger. The other 3 bodies belong to Peter Bledsoe, Christian Stanoff, and Peter Lajda. Peter Lajda's funeral arrangements will be handled by Father Litters, as the man's widow has since returned to Hungary with his 2 orphans. Sound off, opinion line. We would like to remind the men of our town to please refrain from spitting on the sidewalk. This unsanitary habit is unseemly and beneath you. Parents, please be sure your daughters are not participating in the new trend of skirts below showing the ankles. I do not think we need to remind you which road of brimstone this temporary fashion trend will lead your dear daughters down. I have been witnessing more and more teenaged girls coming into our town on a Saturday night unchaperoned, using vulgar slang terms, certainly unfit for me to print here, and blocking the sidewalks by walking arm in arm. They are loud and also flirt with boys unabashedly while smoking cigarettes. These young ladies need to be stopped before our young ladies get any ideas or our boys fall in with the wrong girl. Young men have been seen around Possum Springs engaging in the ridiculous behaviour of wearing mismatched patterns in their suits. This type of outfit may be all the rage in Bright Harbour, but good luck getting any respectable businessmen around here to employ you. You all look like rabid clowns. Councilman Pachinski's plan for 3rd Street is a joke. What else is there to say? Ghostly. Well, wasn't there? There's a couple more I haven't read, I think. Yeah, the strike is now in its 30th day with no end in sight. The bosses have refused to meet with the miners, saying their demands are too fantastical. The miners claim they are only asking the bosses to adhere to safety standards that are already the law. The National Guard was called in after last week's scuffle, and the Coulson Coke Works Union has joined the cause, which has caused an uptick in national press arriving at the site. The women's camp has expanded its services from serving meals to beating any non-union miner from entering the mines. So far, they have been successful in both ventures. Read that one. Read that one. Okay, I've not read that one. Have read that one. An explosion occurred at 6:20 am at the Stafford mine. All work has ceased while men attempt to rescue any survivors. So far, 3 men have been pulled out alive along with 20 dead. The explosion occurred 10 miles deep in the mine, and only one group of men were able to escape before the elevator's rope snapped, and the next group of men plummeted to their death. Jesus. So far, hopes of finding more survivors is low. The main path to the tunnel caved in due to the explosion, and supervisors are still attempting to piece together exactly where everyone was during the accident. That's another one I should save. Just checking all this. Oh, that gives me motion sickness. So this one. The last trolley will make its run September 4th. Bernie Goss, the longest employee with 25 years as an operator, will pick up passengers starting at the Market Street Tunnel entrance and will end at the trolley garage where light refreshments will be served and a speech will be given by the Congressman Archibald Reed. Twin Club will be meeting at the Stags on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. This month's craft will be knitted hats for the soldiers along with a potluck. All mothers of twins of any age are welcome. Okay. Ow, okay. Local ghost, Little Joe, at it again. As the school children are quick to inform you, Possum Springs has at least one resident who won't show up on any census survey. Little Joe, purportedly the ghost of Joe Shade, a miner who died in mysterious circumstances some decades ago, is a favourite spook story of the whimsical and weird members of our community. His most recent activities seem to involve getting up out of his coffin in the old section of Possum Springs Cemetery and strolling around, unnerving visitors to the largest graveyard in Deep Hollow County. His grave has become a destination for unruly and often destructive local youths, and as such, Possum Springs City Council is considering erecting an iron gate to protect the historical tombstones that fill the small hollow where Joe Shade lies buried. Police have also stepped up patrols in the area. So be warned, thrill seekers, you may not see a ghost, but you may see a fine for trespassing. Oh, look! Scooch so I can see. Graveyard, that's a gimme. I mean, if you're looking for ghost stuff, that's where they make a lot of them. Looks like they saw him in the old section. Oh cool, that's where his grave is. I'm actually interested in that. How could you not be interested? This is like actual dangerous ghost stuff. I like history. Ghosts are history. History that won't stay history. Hahaha. That's actually pretty good. Okay, that's one down. Spectral happenings, and there's another one, ghostly rumors. Okay, let's look at the spectral. Ugh, okay. Spectral. Damn it. Okay, I'm going to read this before I read Mae's. Two local sweethearts were startled this past Sunday night as they hiked along the wooded overlook known as Possum Jump. According to the lovebirds, at approximately 11:45 p.m, a figure appeared to walk from the edge of the cliff out into the open air and then disappeared. Forestry workers the next morning were unable to locate any evidence of anyone having leapt from the great height, leaving the exact nature of what the two saw a mystery. A decent hike up into the state forest hills, Possum Jump is famous for its beautiful view of the Echo Reservoir. It also holds historical importance as it hosts the lonely graves of several persons involved in the Possum Massacre. Ooh, yeah, looks like Possum Jump? Let me read it. It's Possum Jump. Okay, yeah, that's back up in the state park, right? Yeah. Ever been up there? Nope. Gonna check it out though. Go nuts. Last one, I think. Ghostly rumors haunt new historical society. The Possum Springs Historical Society's conversion of the Streigeist House into its new headquarters and education center has hit a snag. Custodial head Jed Newsom has resigned, citing strange occurrences in the old manor. I'd be there after hours doing my work, and I'd hear someone walking around, trying doorknobs. I came out to see who was fooling, but there was never nobody there, said Newsom. Trying to get this map room operational for the children all the while I'm looking over my shoulder expecting to see God knows what. Mr. Newsom had previously requested to work only daylight hours when the other staff were present in the building, but even that proved to be too terrifying. I don't go to the off-limits areas anymore. I don't go up past the second floor, and then only to go to the office. I know the others laugh, say I'm seeing Little Joe or something, but they can all go spit. Little Joe, for the uninitiated, was a local ghost story popular some years ago. The Possum Springs Historical Society has refused to comment on Mr. Newsom's claims at this time. Hey! Ghost spotted! Historical Society? History that won't stay history. In a history place. History place? Yeah, I've never been. You didn't go back in school? I think this was when I wasn't in school. Oh, after the softball incident. Softball? Wow. Yeah, mostly just watched TV and did therapy. Ooh. Well, it's actually a pretty cool old house. Used to be owned by one of the mine owners or something. Railroad mine? Steel mill? Something like that? An actual haunted house? No. Elementary school kids are there all the time. They have like summer arts and crafts programs. Oh, well, still worth checking out. Okay, well, that's like 3 leads. Let's boogie. Let's boogie? Also, is that it? No, let's look at more stuff just to make sure. Just a quick glance. Ugh. Oh. Ocean. I think it's just because of my refresh rate or something. It gives me. It looks awful. Oh. Well, Samuel. Who was Samuel? I've lost track of everyone. Samuel Coulson was. Someone's Samuel. Okay. Okay. Oof. Alright, that'll do. How do I exit? None of the keys seem to be exiting. This is really strange. Wait, did I find a bug that won't let me get out of this? How do I get out of this? Oh, escape seemed to work. That was unexpected. So we got some leads. Can I borrow your car this week? Do you even have a license? I mean, no, regardless, but do you? Nope. No license, no credit cards, don't believe in money. You just believe in other people's cars and money. I didn't choose to be born into this society. Okay, well, I have, a job, so I can't drive you around to all those spots. You could maybe do the graveyard. I need to go there anyway. Cool. Let's see if Greg wants to do the other 2. And I probably don't have to say this, but just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again. Hey nerd, ever hear that history repeats? It does. It does the same thing over and over again. So you've just been in a loop since we were living in caves? Yeah, that's science. Oh my god. She said exactly what I was going to say. Oh my freaking god. Wait, so... I wanted to see if there's something further up. Probably isn't, and it's probably a waste of time. Wasn't thingy, Larry wandering around or something? I don't think I looked past the, Yeah, let's have a quick... This is the floor with the microfiche. I don't think I wandered past it. Nope, nothing there. Where's Larry? I assumed that I guessed that there might be another floor that I could go up from this one. Maybe not. Nope. Alright, fair enough. Is Larry on this floor now? Just have a quick look. Walk faster, please. That's not Larry. Okay. Man. It's pathetic that even like cartoony fictional depictions of smoking kind of disgust me. Hey people, Selma's and... Ahem! What is that Miss Kelsey? Oh wow, haven't seen her since graduation. She was always kind of a badass. School district did not fund that art program at all, but she made it work. She was like some sort of art teacher survivalist. Wow, I never realised. I think they pay her in bits of string and empty soda cans. Thank you all for coming to this second meeting of the Possum Springs Poetry Society. Oh, Selma's. Do you want to stick around for this? Yeah. Tonight we have new poems from myself and Fisherman Jones and Selma Ann Forrester. I will start us off with one of my own. She's from some big city, right? Yeah. How'd she end up here? Who knows? Ahem. Letter to my worst student. Oh, but it's May. To my worst student. The subject of my stories I tell friends back home. When they ask about life, out here in the sticks, it's you. I worry, at the end of my life, you will be the only one I remember. Why did you key my car? I know it was you. Brian. Oh, Brian. Thanks, everyone. Poor Mrs. Quilty. Or Ms. Quilty. At least she's blowing off some steam. Next up, Fisherman Jones. Fisherman Jones has a poem for us. Two poems. They're short though. 2 poems. Take it away. Hi folks. Thanks. This is called Tunnel Eels. Tunnel eels, tunnel eels. I do not know how it feels to be in darkness all the time, born in muck and raised in slime. But neither do you know paths I've trudged, so it hardly is your place to judge. Okay, that's one poem. Next one is shorter. This is called Tunnel Frogs. Tunnel frog swims in the dark, must think it would be a lark to be a fisherman like me. But what do you know, amphibie? That's it. That's great. Thank you, Fisherman Jones. Dude is really worried about what fish think. That tunnel always spooks me. Finally, a poem by Selma Ann Forrester. Yay, Selmas! Thanks, May. Oh, they don't mind that you're listening. You know her? Dude, she's like your neighbour. Oh. She writes these really funny, dorky short poems. I'm up for something short and funny. This is called There's No Reception in Possum Springs. Haha! She's not wrong. Ahem! No reception here. I wave my black phone in the air like a flare, like a prayer, but no reception. I read on the internet, babyface boy, billionaire. Phone app sold, made more money in one day than my family over 100 generations. More than my whole world ever has. World where house buying jobs became rent paying jobs, became living with family jobs. Holy crap. She's actually a good poet. Boy billionaires. Money is access. Access to politicians, waiting for us to die. Lead in our water, alcohol and painkillers. Replace my job with an app. Replace my dreams of a house and a yard with a couch in the basement. The future is yours. Forced 24/7 entrepreneurs. I just want a paycheck and my own life. I'm on the couch, in the basement, they're in the house and the yard. Some night I will catch a bus out to the west coast and burn their Silicon City to the ground. Wow. Holy shit. Wow, damn. Huh, she rhymed entrepreneur. I don't even know what that word means. Why am I not able to pronounce that at the moment? Thanks, everyone. Is she always like this? No? Wow. Huh. Thanks, everyone. See you in 2 weeks. Hey, Selma's. What? I liked your weird poem. Thanks, I wrote it myself. Wait, what's the assumption that she didn't write it her? Nice work, Selma. I don't like that nickname. What are you two? Sorry. It's cool. Can we go now? That was cute. Yeah, who would have thought that Selma's had it in her? Okay, thanks for coming. We live here. Right, so... Find out anything about your ghost? Yeah. Tell him, B. Oh, look at the animation of her head. That's cute. There were some newspaper clippings that talked about a ghost. Not just any ghost. Little Joe. I don't really remember Little Joe. He's a ghost miner. He died in mysterious circumstances. Wow. I know, right? Mysterious. I thought you were, like, afraid of this ghost. Like, filled with, like, dread and shit. I'm terrified. Okay. So it mentioned 3 different places we can all check out. I have work and stuff. Yeah, Greg and I also have work. You guys skip out on work all the time. Maybe we can, like, split this up? Share custody of you and your ghost? What places were you thinking about? The graveyard. I call that one. It's close and not illegal. Is there an illegal one? Sure is. The Historical Society. You know you don't have to, like, break in. The people there like to get paid to show it to you. Anyway, I'm in for the Historical Society. Awesome. So what did I get stuck with? Possum Jump. Huh? I know Possum Jump. We used to go there in Scouts. Perfect. Okay, I need to, like, actually go home and do work. This is gonna be awesome. And also I'm scared to death. That's cute. Oh, back home. Mysterious Tooth. Ta-da, it's Selma's a good poet. Thought if I die, Selma should write a poem about it. Yeah, nice. Oh, that's actually really nice. Oh, yeah, seems like that's all that's going around. The erg. Yuppers. So, your mum had a bit of a fight yesterday, huh? Yeah. I thought you two were getting along. We are. Just a bump. You two, always two alike. I guess. I got your chill and her smart-assness. I just hate to see you two on the outs again. It'll be fine. We're cool. So we're having money problems? What? No, we're fine. Dad. May, it's fine. It's okay. I'm 20. I can handle it. Nothing to handle. Okay. Might just head up to bed tonight. Sounds good, kid. Been a long couple days. Oh, you should tell him about all the stuff you discovered. And what Rose's dead and all that sort of stuff. Okay, check the internet. And then check if there's a dream sequence. And then call it for the night. Oh, everyone's talking. Oh, chuckle. Hey, let me know when you want to hit the cemetery. I should be around most nights this week. I don't know. Thanks, B. Don't thank me too hard. I'm going there anyway. It's like right down the road. You're ruining this. Oh, in that case, you are so incredibly welcome, and also you better not forget this big favour. That's more like it. I'm falling asleep. Had fun tonight. Sorry if I was grouchy. It's just... It's fine. Wait, did you fall asleep? Lol. Yo, I looked up the Historical Society on the internet. It's real old, but then they did big renovations. Oh, really? I mean, listen, I'm not saying there's a ghost, but old stuff that just got torn up seems like Ghost Central. How so? You're a ghost hanging out in a old house. And then someone puts you in a pool where you died or something. Haunted pools would be actually pretty scary. I'm spooked. I'm going to bed. Hey, May. Let me know when you want to go to the park. I looked up a map and it's a pretty straight shot up to Possum Jump. Okay, great. We never really get a chance to hang out. It'll be fun, I think. Okay, I'm going to sleep. Night, sir. Tips hat. Right. Hi. Dreamy sequency. Let's see. Yeah, this looks ominously like a dream sequence. So I haven't seen any dang pentagrams. Oh, look. The 4 musical what's it? Okay. Now. Oh. What the hell? That's That actually made me jump. Whoa. Bodies. Not good. Well, the light's coming from the bottom right. So obviously I'm going to the left. That's exactly what's sensible here. Even more spooky, a big fish. Oh. Okay. I mean, I really like the aesthetic of this stuff, but it always is a little bit frustrating how slow it is to move around. I mean, I guess that's part of the point. Is that oh hey, it's the strange fox figure again, or whatever. Oh, it's another dead body thing. That could plausibly be B, and the other one could plausibly be John. Everyone's dying. Oh, that reminds me, I had this weird sense that, like, it's probably not anywhere near true. Where am I going? Is there a light hint? What was it? Oh, up and to the right? How do I get up there? Anyway, during the pageant, seeing that guy from the bus station again, some of the stuff he said made it sound like this was a everything's a dream, you're already dead kind of situation. Like, May's response, one of the options was like, wait, how did you know? Or something like that. And that sort of implied... It didn't sound like a line from the play. It sounded like something May was actually saying. I could be entirely 100% wrong. I mean, I'm almost certainly 100% wrong. But yeah, no, it just... I don't know. Yay, waltz music. I love 3/4 time. Last one. Okay, the 4 what's it thingies are down here, I think. Yep. Oh boy. So are these all constellations, maybe? All the dreams? I can't remember what I had, like a squirrel and then a bear, or vice versa. And then, that big fish-eating bird. Okie doke. Well, I hope you had fun listening to me read things aloud for half an hour. Yeah, that was interesting. Some backstory, maybe, and get the... I look forward to hanging out with Angus and stuff. That would be novel. And crimes with Greg might be fun. Yeah, until next time.